hurdle in believing in love and relationship. In tears now, even understanding and also the way I looked, my face looked, my complexity. I Hi guys, my name is Annie's. Welcome to this place. And if you're new here, welcome. And if you have been here for a while, welcome back. In today's video, I want to talk about authors who have changed my life throughout my adulting era. And also, I want to talk about authors who have played a huge role in my perspective of external beauty as well as internal beauty, and also how I grew up with a certain thought regarding my body, regarding my thoughts, and how the world looked at people, at women who are a bit undertoned, I mean dark skin, and also who have gained weight, and also all the body image issues related. And I also want to talk about women authors who played a great role in providing a great perspective about love and relationship. And also I wanted to talk about authors who gave mental health a greater priority. And yes, also I wanted to talk about how I belong from a different community of tribals, and how that had played a greater role in me understanding my roots, my background, and how this one particular author also wrote about, the story of one little girl who faced a lot of problems with racism and etc. etc. So we're going to get into this video, and before we get into this video, I want to say, if you have not subscribed yet, please do, because it helps me grow. And if you like this video, please put that thumbs up and also share with people who might be interested and who will be interested. I hope who will be interested in finding out more women authors. So yeah, stay tuned. Starting off with the very first book that I want to talk about is by Sama Visaria, and the book is called The Encounters of a Fat Bride. The book specifically reminds me of how body image issues is a major factor in women, and specifically young girls. I faced body image issues as I was growing up, and it was really difficult to develop a self confidence and be confident in the society. But reading this book reminded me how I should be loving my body and how I should love the way my body is growing and embrace it. Well, the book talks about how this one person, this bride, as mentioned in the title of the book, faces brutality about her body image. Well, she's in the peak of her marriage time, her marriage era, and how Indian. This is basically the story of every typical Indian woman, and overweight typical Indian woman, and how well, the marriage market is pretty brutal towards women. Well, she goes through a lot to understand how her body image affects her and how certain standards of beauty does not describe who she is. This book specifically reminds me of how I perceived body image and how I perceived my body and while I was growing up. I mean, this explained a very crucial stage of womanhood. And if you have not read this book, please read, because you're going to love it. And specifically to young girls who are still uncomfortable with body image, I think this book is going to provide you warmth and confidence as well. So please read. The second book that I wanted to talk about is by Toni Morrison, The Bluest Eye. And this book specifically reminds me of how racism can play a greater role in developing a young woman's mind and her perspective to the society. This book specifically reminded me of how I faced different racism issues and different caste discriminations. I still do face, but now I don't, it doesn't affect me the way it affected when I was growing up. I read this book when I was in college and I was preparing for a paper, and this book specifically reminded me of the woman who, the protagonist of the story, who has this impending desire of having blue eyes, because she thinks that that would make her beautiful. And similarly, as I was growing up with the body image issue, and also the way I looked, my face looked, my complexity, I understood. I had this, desire, impending desire of wanting this westernized, beauty standards, or possessing that westernized beauty standards. This novel also reminds me of how men play a greater role in oppression towards, uh, basically, the patriarchal oppression, how they impose on women, and how they want women to look in a certain way, and which in return develops a very, very, very gruesome and cruel mental health towards the our like us women's body image issues, and also different aspect which comes along with it. So yeah, I mean, I related to this book because Toni Morrison vividly describes about the beauty of how being in your own skin is beautiful, but at the same time, that impending desire to have something that we do not have, so that people could see us and validate us, is tremendous, and it's big. So, if you have not read The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison, please read. The third author I wanted to talk about is Maya Angelou. I am sure most women have heard about Maya Angelou and the woman she is, the author she is. Uh, I read one of her poems when I was in high school. I was a keen literature student back then too, but I read The Phenomenal Women when I was in high school, and trust me, it just boosted my self confidence like no other. And the way she describes about how the set narrow standards of how feminine beauty should be challenges the self confidence of how women should be in their own skin. And that, I'm in tears now, even understanding, even trying to talk about how Maya Angelou played a huge role in me growing up as a young woman, and how Maya Angelou boosted my self confidence while The Phenomenal Woman was being narrated in my class. And I absolutely loved how she describes every woman as a phenomenal woman, and there is nothing as narrow standards of beauty. There is nothing as a set standard of beauty, because we are beautiful in our own skin, and we can look different, we can be different, and yeah, I mean, if you have never read Maya Angelou, you should read, because her perspective of explaining how women should be, and how a woman is, and how they can be free and not in the bondage of set standards for them by the society. Uh, yeah, I mean, please read Maya Angelou, because she did boost a lot of confidence in my growing up years, and even now I get emotional whenever I think of that poem, because it just played a huge role in my life. And also, this is going to be useful, helpful for girls who are growing up, and also women in their mid 20s, because we still do face a lot of body image issues, and we lack a lot of self confidence. But whenever you are feeling low, read The Phenomenal Women by Maya Angelou. The series of thoughts that led me to believe that my appearance could be a greater hurdle in believing in love and relationship was another challenge for me to understand how womanhood could be and how womanhood is. But in but through Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, she reminded me of how being unapologetically yourself, and being apologetically, you know, the way I should be and the way I am, could be the only beautiful thing of a, a real man accepting me. She made me understand that men couldn't exist without women, and how being myself could be the only magic wand to understanding love and relationship? Well, because I had body image issues, it kind of affected my mental health as well, because I was not confident in my own skin. And whenever I had an encounter with any man, I did have this insecurity inside me of, oh, maybe the person doesn't like me, or maybe the person doesn't want to talk to me because I just don't look the certain way. But Jane Austen reminded me of how uh, I should be the one I am, the way I am, and that is because that is how I was created, and that doesn't at all play a hurdle or play anything of how I look of in being in love or in relationship. And I specifically love Pride and Prejudice because Darcy had set a beautiful standard of me thinking of love or being or understanding how a man should be. So yeah, if you have not read Pride and Prejudice, please do. I'm sure you have at least watched the movie, but I wanted to talk about Jane Austen as an author who is a beautiful author who explains love and relationship in a very beautiful way. And yeah, I mean, that's it. I kind of also explained how certain authors played a huge role in my growing up, and how I still grew up reading so many other authors. Well, there are more beautiful authors, but I think these four authors kind of played a greater role in my growth while I was growing up. And also that during the peak age of being a teenage girl, and in my early adulting eras, I kind of am thankful to authors who shaped my perspective of body image and society, racism, and also about being unapologetically yourself. Happy Women's Day to you all. And yeah, I wanted to share this. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do, because it helps me grow. And like this video, if you put a thumbs up in this video, if you like this video, and drop a heart, any color heart, in the comment section if you like my story, my perspective towards love, beauty, and femininity, and yeah, etc. etc. So hello, hello, hello. This is Editing Annie's. I just wanted to come here and say that I forgot to mention what I should have said while I was shooting the video. The thing is, I wanted to say Happy Women's Day to all the women, beautiful women out there. I also wanted to say that doesn't matter what you do, from which background you come. Everything that matters is how kind and merciful you are towards others, because that is going to be the footprint that you leave behind while you're not here. And also, in the process of finding yourself, do not lose yourself, because you're going to find a lot of negative things about you and your mind, which might create a downfall in your confidence and in your journey. Do not let any negative things affect you. Also, do not let what others think about you affect you, because what only matters is what you think about yourself, and above all, what God thinks about you. And yeah, I mean, do not do anything do not do something that will impress others, but do what will impress you and will make you happy. I just wanted to say this. So yeah, if you have liked this video, make sure you like. If you have liked this video, make sure you put the thumbs up and click on the thumbs up. Leave a pink heart, blue heart, white heart, whatever heart you want to in the comment section, and subscribe to the channel. Please, please, please subscribe to the channel. Please. Bye.